Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Tom Chorsky. I'm Audra Martin. Tonight it was a celebration of Ryan Suter skating in career game number 1,000, but it was also ending as a game of firsts. First goal in a Wild jersey for Eric Fehr, first goal of the season for Jonas Brodin, and all of it comes together for a big 4-1 win for the Minnesota Wild, who now have won their last 4 straight.
Yeah, an awful lot of things to like about the game tonight. Continuing that winning streak at home. The game started with a little bit of sloppiness that Bruce Boudreau even mentioned in his post-game presser, but the Wild came out, got those first 2 goals, which we haven't seen so far this year, to take that lead. And then, as you mentioned, Audra, Eric Fehr gets on the board with a hard-working goal in Foligno, and he continued some good penalty killing. The Wild had to kill off a bunch of penalties, and in the end, they end up with a couple shorthanded goals. Brodin gets on the board. Nice play by Charlie Coyle on that play. And so, the Wild just were able to get it done after maybe a bit of a slow start. And it's been the opposite in the past, where they've had to come from behind. Tonight, they played with the lead, and then they did some really good work to kill those penalties late in the game.
And tonight, it just equals another big win here on home ice as they continue strong play in front of the home crowd. Here is a look at your final stats. Shots advantage goes to the Minnesota Wild. Like you said, the penalty kill here tonight was really the big story when it comes to special teams, because both teams 0 for 4 on the man advantage tonight. You mentioned Marcus Foligno really standing out tonight. That's been the trend here of the last couple of games, and his head coach is impressed with what he's seen.
Well, we talked at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year that now he knows what we're all about. Coming from Buffalo forever and not having any success, that they were playing a different bit of a game, but he came here knowing what to expect, knowing where he was slotted in, and he was okay with that. And I told him at the end of the last year in the exit meeting that I was going to start him penalty killing this year, so to be ready for it. And he's done a really good job. Mm-hmm.
So now the homestand will continue and wrap up on Saturday as the Minnesota Wild welcome a Central Division foe to town. It's the Colorado Avalanche, Saturday beginning at 6:30. That is a game the Minnesota Wild will, we know they'll be challenged. They have a very dominant top line, good team all around, sitting second in the division right now. And hopefully there is enough good out of this game, last couple of games, and they'll keep the ball rolling there against Colorado.
Oh, plenty of good, plenty of good. And with this win, they keep that momentum going. And we saw Nick Seeler come to the aid of Greenway when he got tripped, and he didn't like the way that Greenway got tripped. And Bruce Boudreau said, hey, that's a good sign too, that this team is sticking up for each other, fighting for each other. That's how they become a family. Saturday night will be a big night. The Wild like to win the week, and so far game 1 is in the books, and they've won it so far. So to win the week, they got to win game 2 against the Avalanche. Should be a big tilt on Saturday night. A lot of fun.
Well, it's a good start. We'll see if they can wrap it up on Saturday. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, for Tom Chorsky, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.